Hello and welcome back. Today I'm gonna try to fix the Delta power supply. I think they're both still working. We can have a quick look, but in one of them the meter is, as you can see, this meter is broken. So we're gonna have a look at that. At least I want to have one working, but we probably can make them both work. Um, yeah, I work with these at school and they have a special place. And if we have a closer look, and I will mention it again, like I mentioned before, it is I really like the design and especially taken into account that this is made in the 70s. These power supplies are produced between the 70s up to 2001, I think. Let me get my notes. Yeah, up to 2001. And so yeah, the design looks really cool. And I like it's a Dutch product, by the way. It's a Delta Elektronika, and they are from Zierikzee. It's in the south. Uh, yeah, so that's why I think they put a little bit orange details, like here and here. And well, if you switch it on, even the power light is orange, and those details I like. And this one is probably produced before this one. Here they start to use plastic switches, which is a little bit a pity, I think. I like kind of the metal ones, but it's probably these were probably less costly, but it is a quality product. So this one I think works. Put the current limit to full. Yeah, this one still works. 10 volts. You can see this one. The meter doesn't move, but I think it does work. So let me just check that. Can you see that? Up, a little bit up. I think technically it still works. It's just that the meter doesn't work. So yeah, so it's now up to 15 volts. 16, that's the max. And let's put this one to 10 volts. This one is also 10 volts. So they both work. Let me put some load. Okay, I have here my homemade load. Just a bunch of resistors, and I just put more and more in parallel just to have a look. So take those wires out. Let's see. Well, it's not moving, but if we go to the amp setting, you can see this is 1 amp. Now it goes to 2 amps. Maybe at the same time we can measure the voltage because yeah, it's super stable. But you cannot see it at the same time, but I can put the Keithley in parallel. Can you see? Yes, so amps, the voltage, well, if you can see from 1 to 2 amps, it is super stable. So this power supply is good. We're gonna do the same here. Ten volts, 1 amp. Amp meter also not working, but you see the voltage doesn't drop. So technically it's still good. We just need to find the way to change the meter. I already did collect a few parts like switches because I already said I like the metal switches better, and I think I found almost the same. So I can replace these if I want. I just want to see if that is the. I have two of them. I want to change from volts to amps. And I also have the stick lights, but that was for the 1950 model. And I have some more caps, as you can see, because I think I will recap. And I have a few orange LEDs. just because I like the orange, but we don't need that for this one. And some more caps. And I contacted the customer servers, and these are not supported anymore. But I was just lucky. I sent an email, and the guy responded, I'm also a ham and I like to help you. So he sent me a new meter, and you need to be very, very lucky, I think, because these are very rare by now, because the production already stopped in 2000. So 20 years after the production has been stopped, there were still a few spare parts available. And I have, look at that. The scale is not correct, but I have been told if you carefully open, you can change the back plate, this back plate, and then it should be fine. So let's try that. Okay, our devices, both are the same, by the way. They are 15-volt 2 amps. And as you see, the meter works for both the amps and for the voltage, and you just need to switch it over. Both is the same. The model didn't change too much except for the plastic or the metal switches. And if we look at the back, not much difference there. Only this serial number is a 0, starts with a 0, and this one doesn't. So this is probably a later production. So let's open up and see if there is a difference there. Okay, we have them both open now, and you can see how much detail they have put in. They don't put the wires. They look at this. They bend the wires, and it's not just that they think, yeah, let's connect some wires now. They say, let's bend them very, very nicely. I like the detail. Like this. Yeah, look at that. They like the product. Look at this. And same with the old model. You can see this is slightly newer, just by the color of the PCBs and also the components that are used. This is the older one. And you can see here with the pots and with the resistor. But the same here now, they use very nicely the wires. And if you compare that pot and the resistor, you have here, they use 10 turns. And with the newer resistors and the newer caps. And here they have put cooling on the bridge rectifier. Here they have not. Here it's just in free air. Maybe they used a stronger model here and then you don't need to cool it. And later they decided not to have a less expensive rectifier and cool it, or they just thought later it's better to cool anyway. And if we look at the meters, I think in the past they used a different brand, and now they use the Safin, sorry, 1 milliamp. And then you apparently just change the plates. This one is the same. It seems to be the same indeed. This one is also 1 milliamp, and it is also. Then I wonder from the old model. Just a second. Yeah, this is the older model from the 50s, 60s, and here they use the Goffen, and also 1 milliamp. So they change supplier with their gauges. Okay, now the other meter. Let's have a look here. This is also the CFAM, made in England. 1 milliamp, high tension MVT. So that should indeed be possible. Well, I will try to remove the meter or the gauge from this one, the broken one, and then we carefully try to open, and let's see if we can change the backplate, if that is possible. One of my viewers corrected me with when I just untied these metal rings or nuts, but it is actually not a nut, and I was using just a normal plier with some tape, so I don't damage the front and I don't damage the nut. But that is the incorrect way. What you need to do, I was told that you need to untie the nut in the back, and then you take the tension off, and then you can just put with your hands, and then you just untie it, and then it goes loose, and then you absolutely are sure you don't damage anything in the front. And if you want to tighten them, same way, first the front, finger tight, then you just tighten it in the back. No damage. That is the correct way. Makes sense after I hear that, but okay, let's try to get the meter out before I take too much. It's already loose. Yeah, the corners are already damaged. So I'm not sure what happened with this. And I also saw that the wires are not even connected. And yeah, this is just not good at all. So the damper is broken, or yeah, well, let's just try to get it out. There are here 2 screws in the back, so maybe I can just do that by hand because it didn't seem too tight. And then it probably goes out to the front. So if you just untie this, it seems to work. Maybe if I untie it enough, I can just turn it to the side. Okay, do the same here. The wire we don't need at the moment. Can I zoom a bit? Okay. I'm just untying the screw here. That's also finger tight. And then I can maybe turn it to the side. Okay. And then you just tilt it forward, I think. Yeah. And here it is. It is a big one. Something 1 milliamp. So that looks to be the same. And yeah, this is just not good. But I like to open anyway. Just let's see what is inside. And we need to open, of course, the front because we need the back plate. Okay, put that aside. Are they the same size? Yeah, it looks a lot similar. $38 plus. Yeah, they are very similar indeed. Does it fit? Yeah, look at that. Wow. Okay. Okay, let's open this one. What we need? Oh, we need a special screwdriver. Yeah, it seems we need a screwdriver with a pin in the middle. I think you see that also with mobile phones. So let me see, maybe one of my Apple tools will fit. Well, let me get into my drawer to see. I should have some weird tools, I think. Maybe in here. I think I had. Yeah. Look at this. Yes, it actually fits. Cool. That is one of the mobile phone tools. So that's good. And maybe I even have a better fit in. There's my. No. Oh, yes. Here it is. Let me get that. Here I also have a lot of different torques and other tools, but here I have these little forks. Maybe because this one is actually a bit wide. And maybe this fits even better. Yeah, perfect fit. Okay, and this goes. A nice fork. Yeah, that works perfect. Oops. Now with the broken one, I don't mind too much, but later I also need to open the functional one. And it even fits so good that it doesn't even fall. Well, then you have a good fit. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect. I like it when you just feel that your tool is good. Yeah, perfect. Okay. Now we carefully take it off. Okay, that is just the front. Then we have the spacer. And here we have the back plate. And the back plate is a little bit damaged. Maybe we can even fix it. What if we just open this? It seems that It is just hitting the bottom, but yeah, okay, the axle is broken. Okay, yeah, that you cannot solve then. Yeah, let me zoom in a bit. If we have a closer look, maybe I can even zoom in a bit more. Yes, if we have a look at the needle, and here is the little axle in the middle, and but it is hitting actually here. It is hitting the bottom one. But if I move it like this, it is even going back and forward. So look, that is not good. So, or the axle is broken, or there is some spring that's supposed to hold it, or it just fell down. Yeah, why not open it a little bit more? I will take out the back plate first. That's what it was about in the first place. Oh, this is very much possible. You can really see that the needle has had a hard hit, because also you can even see here the damage where the needle has been scratching. So hopefully we can clean that. But I want to be super careful, because we need this one to replace with the other. Can I see? Oh, where does this come from? Oh, yeah. It is the spacer of the plate. Yeah, the needle just broke from its. You look there, and if I just touch the needle, you can see it is moving from the center. That is. Of course not. Well, it is already broken, so just let's try. Maybe we can push it back. Just because I like to know how this works. This is the zero adjust, so you can just put some more or less tension on the spring. Oops. Yes, probably. Oh. Probably my fingers are too big for this. This is very delicate, and I'm not at all. This should float in a magnet, and the magnet is there. But how is this in the axle there? No, there is really some sort of axle that broke. Because it should stay in the center. And it's not doing that. Because in this magnet, you can see there is a little center point. And it should, I'm not sure you can see, but it should stay there. And then something else should push it to the bottom. And it's just floating too much. So I think there is a part missing that actually pushes. Okay, well, you don't need to find out. Okay, I'm just trying with some window cleaner to not too much, to carefully clean the scratches that the dial made. Just very, very soft cloth, very, very little window cleaner. Yes, and it seemed to work. Now look at this. No scratch anymore. And we didn't damage the dial also, so that is good. Okay, this is maybe interesting to see how we just try to change the plate and it should fit. And you see this meter is quite new, so it even moves by blowing. So that one is really, really floating, so I need to be super, super careful not to. Don't touch the needle, come on. No, this is not going well. Okay, better. We have this spacer that just falls out. Oh yeah, indeed. Now we can see also, I can open and have a look what we are missing. That is the axle I was talking about. It is, hopefully it's visible. I hope I don't kill the meter gauge. Yeah, I'm not sure it's visible, but let me try. Yes, here in the center, there should be a little plastic axle, it seems. And the axle is missing in the other one, and that's why it is not moving that well. So it really fell very, very hard. So, well, let's put everything back, but with the new plate, put the spacers back in place. Try not to hit the needle. Okay, that is still good. Okay, not too tight yet. Then we try. Yeah, still freely moving. Mhm. Try not to shake. Ooh. Yeah, it seems to be straight, I think. Here it is. Okay, now we just put it back together with this little nut. Wow, that's all done. Shiny and new. And if we just put it in, look at this beauty. Well, I'm gonna take out more from the front because I really want to clean it like new. Also, this sticker needs to be removed. So I'm gonna remove the full front and then clean it. But I just wanted to play with the meter first, and indeed it works. Changing the plate, so that was really nice. So meanwhile, I also did a recap. So we changed the capacitor here. It is a lot smaller than the new ones, and also in the terminals right here, there were two small ones. So just as a comparison, this is what was in there, and this is it now, and it is the same. Well, the voltage is a little bit different, but 4700, 4700, 40 volts, 35 volts, it's 15. So if we had 30, that was also good. So our technology has evolved, and also the smaller ones on the terminals I also replaced with two modern ones. So let's put back the meter, the gauge. I mean, so yeah, let's see if we can put that back. I will put the time lapse. Okay, the new meter is in. I put most of it back together, and now we're just gonna have to do a little check if it functions correct. So if we switch it on, here it is. We see if we put it to 5 volts, 5 volts, it's 5.1, 5. Okay, that's 5. Oh, that's a bit difficult. 5. See? We go to 10. Then it says 10, so that is good. Let's see if the amp meter works. Okay, now we put a little bit load, 10 volts. You can see it's 1 amp. I change my load, 2 amps, so that works also. That's immediately also the maximum. Perfect. Let's close it up. And here it is, looking like new. Look at this. And if we switch it on, the nice orange, and the meter is so smooth. Well, it's new, so it should. We're yeah, we were able to clean the back also of the back plate, so even the back plate looks like new. And yeah, I think we did a nice job here. So that was it. Nice restore of this very nice Delta Elektronika power supply. Like I said, I work with these ones on school, but I don't even remember looking at this good as it does now. So I'm happy with the result. Only thing is I need to find a place now because first I designed them to go here, but now I have here the cyclone generator and there's not enough space to put it on the top here, so maybe it's gonna be in the rack somewhere. But that is for later. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.